Alright everybody, welcome back here. So we just left off trying to get up to that upper area and we didn't make it. So there's one other thing before we head up there. We got basically two things I want to do before I go up and fight the gargoyle. Or, yeah, the tower gargoyles. Here is that knight we just let loose.
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it. I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you.
Alright, so a little bit of a spoiler. If you're worried about the story or how it plays out, you might want to stop listening. Basically, this guy is evil. Despite the golden armor and all of that, he's a jackass. And what will happen eventually, in the not too far, probably 2 or 3 hours of playtime more, he's going to go ahead and he's going to kill our little Firelink person here. When he does that, it destroys or disables the Firelink shrine up above. So one, we can't use her to increase our Estus Flask anymore, and we can't use the Firelink shrine to rest and recuperate. Now, it's not permanent, you can get her back later on, but for a good 15% of the game or so, basically the Firelink shrine is useless. Later on, you do run into him again later on in the game, in New London, or New Lorando, or whatever it is. And in doing so, you can reclaim several things. You can get his weapons, which are these two curved scythe-looking things. They're pretty neat, but not particularly... They're a very agility-heavy playstyle, so not really going to be using a shield. You're going to be dodging, rolling in and out, light armor. And several other things. Now, the fight against him is not all that easy, and I'm going to try to avoid it. What we can do right now is we can kill him, and what it'll do is it'll remove our ability to get his weapons, but other than that, I don't think it changes much of anything else. His armor is also available, but it's not through him, if I recall. It's been a long time. Now, if we just went up here and swung at him, he would probably kick our butt. In time, since the shrine is right up there, we could actually just wear him down and eventually kill him. In fact, I'm going to run up here. I'm going to use these souls before we try to do this. The better thing to do... Let's go ahead. We'll do endurance. Bring that up. Make that even. Whoops. The better thing to do, since he's sitting right on that cliff edge, is you kick him off the cliff. If I can remember how to do that. I always screw this up. There's a way to kick. Come on. Is it? I thought it was... Shield up and then... That's not what I want to do. There's a way. Come on. What is it? I thought it was forward with the shield up and... It's definitely not that. It's not that. There it is. So holding the shield up, tap forward and right bumper or light attack. You have to do them both pretty darn perfectly, and you'll do this kick. And if we do it right, we can just kick him right off the edge. If we screw it up, we end up attacking him, and then he kicks our butt. Now, once we kick him off the edge, his loot should come to us if we log out and log back in. So, come on. They moved him.
Well, what have we here? You leave me no choice.
Alright, now things just got bad.
I was once grateful to you. But if this is our fate, so be it.
Alright. You can see his weapons there. And that's what they do. They link around shields. The way their curve is, they can hit you even with your block up. This is gonna be rough. Oh, this is not what I wanted to do. Oh, that was a good hit. Yeah. Come on, roll in. Come on, roll. Come on, I getcha. I getcha. I don't gotcha. So what I'm trying to do here, when two-handing, or when using the sword, the R2, the heavy attack, sends out this line on the ground. Now it also damages the sword, so it's not something you want to use a whole lot, but right now it's kind of an emergency situation, so we're going to use it. Did I get him?
Curses!
Oh, okay. We got him. That was not fun. I'm not sure if it's my res fix, but normally he's sitting... I don't know, normally he's back further and you can kick him right over that edge. Anyway, so now that he's dead, we can get his item. Humanity, the Ring of Favor and Protection. That is what we want. The reason we want this ring is awesome. So, boosts HP, stamina, and load. It'll increase how much we can carry, so we go from 54 to 64, so it gives us a plus 10. Now, I believe it's a percentage, so as we increase our equip load, it'll go up by a percentage. It's not always plus 10. It gives us another, what do we got, 17 and 12, and plus 15 stamina, and it increases our HP by basically 120, 130. So it's a very good ring. Now, the one thing you can see when you read this, though, breaks when removed. So once you put it on, you can't take it off, or it's destroyed. The good thing is there's better rings, but there's not two better rings in the game. So you can pretty much always guarantee that you'll be able to wear this throughout the rest of the game. So let's go ahead and equip that to one finger, and we'll just never take it off throughout the rest of the playthrough, I don't think. And we'll always have it. We'll always have that boost also. Okay. Hey, we're off to a good start. Let's go ahead and rest, get all of our things back. Can we use the note? 3100. Next thing is we're going to try the elevator jump again. This might end up being a little bit of time lapse. I remember having trouble with this because of the resolution fix, because it does change the aspect on a few things, where I thought I was rolling at the edge and it really wasn't there, and then when I removed it I realized the edge was over further than I thought it was, but we'll see if I can get it. So basically, from what I remember, you basically just stand here and roll off, and I didn't roll at all. Let's do it again. I want to reset those skeletons so I don't jump down there and then get owned by them. Leave. Right back. Alright, so I'm going to time-lapse here until I finally make it over that edge, and then once I do, I'll explain what I remembered how to do, because right now, I don't remember exactly what it is. It's either a roll or a running jump, but there's some way over to that edge, and we need to do that later on in the game. Not too much down the road, actually, because we can get up to the crow's nest. You remember the crow that brought us over in the beginning of the first episode? And if you get there, come on, make it that jump. You can go back to the Undead Parish, that opening area. And we want to go back to the Undead Parish later on to collect some items from over there. So, pretty much no matter what, we got to make this jump eventually, and I got to remember how to do it. So, yeah, I'm going to do this a few more times until I finally make it over there, and then I'll be back. Alright, well, we're going to skip that item. We got to get up there later on, but there's nothing we absolutely need right now in order to progress. So we're going to go on without it. I'm going to try uninstalling the resolution fix and see if that changes the aspect ratio and I can make it over there. So for now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go take on the Gargoyles and that'll finish up this episode. What do we got? We got about 15 minutes left. That'll work. So, first thing we want to do is we got to undo our dying and use a humanity. Use item. The reason we want to be in human form is we want to be able to summon that guy, yes, that dude. That might be enough for one more level up. 15, good, okay. Because he's a big help fighting these gargoyles. This fight kicked my butt early on until I finally got it down. I'll explain what we're doing once we get up here. So back to the top. We're still going to want our spear, some type of item, so that mage guy is gone, but all of his little minions are going to be back, so we're still going to have to clear that hallway with the dozen or so people in it. There's going to be the one Black Knight here also. Yep, you're dead. Okay, plot our spear. With a good heavy lunge, if you have one of the guys kind of towards the back targeted, you can take out 4 or 5 of them at a time. Just gotta be careful you don't run yourself out of endurance. Otherwise, they'll do the thing and you won't be able to block it. Like we almost did there. Okay, back to the Drake Sword. Now, around the other side, and up we go. Oh my god. Oh, boy. I shouldn't play this early in the morning when I'm not entirely awake. I used the humanity, but I never reversed my hollowing. So the summoning guy wasn't there. Okay, so more editing. We'll be back in a moment. I gotta get all the way back to the Firelink Shrine and reverse or whatever it is, get back to my human form. So we can summon the knight to help us. And then I'll have to fight through all those guys again. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so now we're back, and you can see this symbol is here that was not here before. And we can summon our little buddy here, not our little buddy, our big buddy, and he's going to actually help us with the gargoyle fight, who is right through that smoked wall there. So we're going to go ahead, summon Knight Slayer. And the only reason, so obviously the symbol wasn't there before. When you're in your dead form, you can't see these things. You gotta be in the human form. Alright, now here we go. This fight can be a little bit intimidating at first. Basically, we're going to be fighting 2 giant gargoyles on this roof. You fight the first one down to about 50%, and then the second one comes down, and you have to kill both of them. They both have their own HP. One thing I'm going to try to do, so if you cut their tails off, you can get a weapon, similar to what we did with the dragon. But there's no easy way to do it. But I'll see if I can get it, and we'll go from there. Now, if this works right, Knight Solaire will kind of tank him, and I can get behind him and get his tail. He's making it very difficult so far. And here comes the second. There it is. No, don't die, don't die, don't die. I gotta get away. There, Solaire killed one of them, and he's about to kill the other one too. I'll get that kill and go. So basically, Knight Solaire did all of that for us. Get another Sunlight Mantle, a Twin Humanities, and Solaire is gone. Now, if you remember, there was something I could have tried to do. We have the the Banished Phantom Return Home. If we'd used that just before the last gargoyle had died, we actually would have gotten more souls. Basically, if there's more than one person fighting, they consider that NPC as another player. If there's more than one playing, your souls are split. So we only got about half as many souls as we could have gotten. But in the end, 1,000 souls isn't a big, or 10,000 souls isn't a big deal. We can always farm for those. Just getting it done is the better thing. Alright, so that was the gargoyles. We did get their axe. They also drop a pretty cool helmet. Now we're not going to be equipping this axe probably ever, but it's kind of cool. So you can see actually we could equip it. 14 strength, 14 abilities off that. Let's go ahead and equip it just to show you. It's kind of awesome. Here's the axe. Poisoned me just equipping it. Now what's kind of cool about this axe, it's heavy attack. It flexes, kind of like a tail. Whee! Maybe we'll play around with that a little bit later. I'm not big on those slow swing weapons, but that could be fun. Alright, drop that. That's fine. We don't have any real need for the wing spear right now. Okay, climb the ladder. And we're gonna ring the first bell. So it used to be cool, and there's a lot of used to be since they shut down. I mean, I hated games for Windows Live, but this game is missing a lot because it doesn't have it anymore. What you would actually do is, any other players in this area, when you ring the bell, they would hear you ring the bell. The whole time you're fighting through here, you'd hear other people ringing the bell. Where we summon the knight in order to come help us, there normally would be about a dozen other friendlies offering, people that couldn't get by and they were looking to join you to fight. And then they get this NPC here.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the path thou appearest to lack faith. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse?
Now this guy's kind of pointless anymore. What he used to be was, as I was saying, if you're in your human form, other players could then invade your realm and kill you. You could come here and you could report them with the indictment. So you could report it, and what it would do is like set up like a bounty for whatever player you reported it on, and it would send other players to go after him. These players could buy the Book of the Guilty, and then they could look through it and see who needs to be killed, and they could go out and hunt that person. All of this is moot anymore, though, because there's no multiplayer. So let's see. We learned his gesture. We don't need any of that. The talisman we don't need. Boost breeding, loses nothing upon death. Boost poison. Yeah, there's really nothing we can get from this guy that we really want. You could also, if somebody had put a bounty on you or whatever, you could come here and you could request absolution. It would cost you so many souls. And the more times you did it, the more it costs and everything. But all of that is, unfortunately, wasted now. So, that is the upper parish. We've cleared everything up here. Not everything. We've cleared the beginning parts up here. Now we're going to head down to the lower area. Let me check my time. Let's see here. We got about 2 minutes before we're at the 30-minute mark. So I'm going to go ahead and head down to the shrine. I'm going to use my souls. And we'll call it an episode there. Probably call it a day. Be back recording some other time. But that's basically the first, I don't know, 15% of the game or so. That's the easiest stuff from here on. Now it starts to ramp up in difficulty pretty quickly. The lower city's not too bad, but I know the Capper Demon down there, he can be very frustrating. I hate that fight. We can also get down and get our Pyromancer pretty soon. Then head down into Blight Town. Yeah, but first thing I'm going to do is I got to figure out why I can't make that jump. It should be, if everything I remember is you just roll off, you don't actually jump off. And it's like, the distance is greater than it should be. I think it's an aspect ratio thing. So I gotta reset my game back to default and see what happens. So, anyway, let's get down here and spend these souls, get a little more endurance, a little more vitality. Basically, I want to get my vitality up to probably about 25-ish. And my endurance roughly the same. There we go, 16 on both. We will want to do a little bit of atonement here once we get to the Pyromancer, which will be probably in about 3 or 4 episodes. We're going to want to have, I want to say 3 or 4 spell slots. Moving right along. So anyway, this has been Paler. Hope you're enjoying this. Thanks for watching.